This is Trixie, and I am back today with more Trails of Cold Steel 2, the epilogue. And I just realized that once again, my volume is crazy loud. I realized why. It has been sort of out of whack. I play another game that I record, and the volume needs between them are massively different. So there we go. Hopefully that is much better. So, welcome. My name is Trixie, and I am a Twitch affiliate and a streamer. And I have been slowly but surely working my way through the end of this game. This is the longest ending of a game I think I've ever had in my life. So we're gonna let this do its little thing, and then we're gonna talk. All right, so we're back at Twin Dragons Bridge. And there's the RMP high-speed train. Apparently it's named Crusader. And looks like Valimar underneath there. And there's Reem. Can't imagine Reem's very happy right now. Like I said, we're going to come back to some of this and talk and do the intro once we get to a place where we can do that. I have a feeling it might be a little while. So here's Trista Station, Keldic Heimdall, sorry. Okay. So Valimar and Reen are getting up there. Hey, Steve.
Sorry about that, Valimar. Can't imagine it was a very pleasant trip for you, all bound up like that.
It did not present a problem.
He was necessarily bound up. Thanks for putting the links in, Steve. So while we're sitting here, and I'm in control of the dialogue continuing, when I started into the game, it started with the cutscenes, so I didn't really get to do my intro. So I'm gonna take a quick moment, since Steve's putting the links in, this is a great time for me to go ahead and take a moment and do that. So welcome to the stream. If you haven't been here before, glad to have you here. If you haven't followed me yet, you can see on the screen I have a follower goal. We recently hit the 100 follower goal that I had in place. Yay, very excited about that. Got any grapes? I love it. And so I decided, when I was thinking about what I wanted my next goal to be, I thought, you know, about a bunch of different things, and I decided, you know what, let's go for the big one. Let's go for the next 100. So that's what you're seeing on your screen, is the goal for the next 100. And that goal is for me. That is not a Twitch goal. That is a personal goal, because I believe in putting goals out there for myself and trying to reach them. How do I reach them? By every person who watches this, whether you're watching it live or you watch back later, by clicking on that cute little heart button. It's totally free to do that. Helps me reach that goal, one little click and one little heart at a time. So if you can do that, that will go a long way to help me, and I greatly appreciate that. The other things that I always tell everybody when they come to my stream, I do have a Discord and I have a YouTube page, both of which are also free. I love to talk to people on the Discord page when they message me, and try to put stuff up on there when I can. It's still a baby, it's still growing. The YouTube is the same way. I have I believe today when I checked, we were at 53 subscribers on YouTube. I was very surprised by that and very happy about that because I have the same goal there as I had here initially, is to hit 100. And how do I get that? Same way. By everybody. Kate, you raided me! Thank you so much for the raid. That is so awesome, and for hosting as well. So I appreciate you so much, you know that. Kate is awesome. She's such a great friend and a great gamer, and I just adore Kate. She knows that. So the YouTube again is a baby, and we hit 53 today on YouTube, and you know, there's a lot of content over there that is not streamed. It is simply recorded. And so if you like games like Phasmophobia and Among Us, sometimes with Kate. Hi there. We have Jackbox games, also sometimes with Kate. We have a lot of things over there that are never streamed. They are just put up on their own. So feel free to check them out. Hi Ethan. Hi Rockstead. So feel free to check those out. And you know the old saying, like, comment, subscribe, especially the subscribe. That helps me like the follows do here. So there's that. The last piece I have is, as always, there is the little purple heart. Wow. Purple crown that shows up on the right tells you about subscribing for free with Amazon Prime if you have Amazon Prime. There we go. So for those of you that are not familiar with this game, if a lot of you came from Kate's, you may be familiar with this game. Kate plays this series as well. I think she was playing DVD today. But she does play this game. So we finished the main portion of this game the other day. We had a little side portion of it that we did yesterday, and then now we have what I'm calling the epilogue. So our main character Reen here on the left, and his magic knight robot Valimar is on the right, and we just arrived at a station on a train, and I don't know what's gonna happen next, so we're about to find out together, shall we?
I will now enter an inactive state and allow the cams to perform maintenance.
Thanks.
Okay.
Well then, I'll leave him with you.
Sure thing. We'll take good care of him.
So
By
we're
the
not
way,
having George
it's
take
a
care
real
of
honor
him.
to be entrusted with the famous Ashen Knight.
Yes, that's what he's called, the Ashen Knight.
Welcome back, Reen. You must be exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. I barely did anything.
Valet parking, nice. Yes, it is, Steve.
Everything went off without a hitch, mostly thanks to Valimar's power.
Here's Captain Claire.
Not to mention the planning of your people.
Her hair matches my VTuber's hair.
You're annoyed, I take it, by the way we do things.
Not really. Regardless of the means, the war coming to a swift end was a good thing for everyone. As for what happened to Crossbell, I'm not in any position to talk.
Yes, they do.
No, those aren't what bother me. I can buy that you had no idea Rufus was an Ironblood.
Her side ponytail sort of matches too. Although my character's isn't a full side pony. She's got a tiny little side pony to go with it.
But did you really not know about my real father?
I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you brought friends. That's so sweet of you. Yes, tell us more. Although, I think Atelier or Ethan,
I didn't have any hard
said
evidence,
it happens more in
but
another
I did
game.
suspect that might be the case. You just seemed somehow similar. The air about you, your facial features. I was always puzzled by how fascinated he was by your class as well.
Interesting.
I see. Excuse me then.
Oh, well, she just went on his shit list.
That
No
wasn't the
longer
only
friends
reason
with-
I worried about you, you know.
No longer happy with Captain Claire.
Not that I could possibly tell him that.
I don't blame him for being upset, though. I mean, Reen's got a lot to be upset about right now.
I'm behaving like such a child.
Now we're back in Trista. This is the town where we start the games, and their school, Thor's, is located.
It's hard to believe it's been a whole month since I was here last. Guess it didn't snow after all.
Oh, cool, Steve. I still need to do that. I've been really bad with the holidays this year. I think my migraines have just done that to me. I literally just woke up from a 3-hour nap from migraine medicine.
It's not like the excitement of that day has faded away or anything. So why? Why do I feel so cold?
You've kind of been through a lot, Reen.
Huh?
Just a little bit. Oh, the beauty of the flowers.
Lino flowers.
Welcome back, Reen.
And here's his friends. And his teacher.
Huh?
Welcome back.
What are you doing standing there?
It's not like you to wallow in nostalgia. Did the flowers get to you?
You all came to see me.
Aww.
They started budding just yesterday.
Should be in full bloom in about a week.
Guess some of them couldn't wait.
I guess not.
It's weird seeing him back in his red jacket after I've been playing him with the
It's good to be back, you guys.
unspeakable costume or whatever it's called.
Agreed. We're all so happy to see you again.
You must be wiped out after all you did, though.
I'm fine, actually. It really wasn't that tough. Still, did all of you really come out here just to welcome me back?
Apparently.
Why wouldn't we?
It's not like we second years have any lessons to worry about this time of year.
Besides, I already had to come out here because of Valimar, so I figured I might as well say hi to you too.
Oh, he is going to be working on Valimar.
Technically, the first years are supposed to be in class right now, but I turned it into a self-study period instead.
Oh, of course.
And that was only possible because everyone's favorite captain told us exactly when you'd be arriving.
Really now? It's nice to see you here too, Celine.
Oh, yeah.
Well, don't think I went out of my way to be here or
Like
anything.
Celine says meow anytime outside of pretending to be, you know.
But given the way that you were acting when you left,
familiar.
I was a little worried about you. I mean, I wasn't. Not at all.
Still, thanks everyone.
Still.
So what now? Going back to your dorm for some well-earned rest?
We can carry your stuff for you if you want.
No, I'm fine. You said that class is in session right now, right? I'm a student, so I might as well attend. I mean, I have been absent for a month now.
You missed a little bit of time.
Wow, you're no fun at all. I was hoping we could skip the whole class thing and get to the welcome back party.
That's Sarah for you. Let's go right to the party, shall we? Maybe she can have a drink, a beer. Oh, nice, Steve. That's really cool. I sure love that.
I like that idea.
Come on, it's party time!
Excellent.
Am I the only one who cares about studying at this school?
Yes.
Well, maybe we can hold the party
Emma too.
tonight instead.
Maybe
In that case, we should probably head back to the academy.
And we all turn and walk up the hill. Oh, look. Reen and Fee. Are they gonna hold hands or something? Nope, they're gonna talk.
Reen, Nice work.
Thanks. It's good to be back.
Oh, I was kind of hoping they were going to hold hands or something. Okay, Epilogue, Winter's End.
I'll never forget those days. The final weeks we spent together as a class are like dazzling jewels forever etched into my memories.
Okay, I have no idea what's going to happen next, you guys.
I cherished every last moment. I never wanted it to come to an end. But time stops for no one. The minutes and hours kept passing, and our days together were slowly coming to a close. After what happened, Valflame Palace soon returned to its original form. It was almost as if everything that took place there was some sort of dream.
I can imagine.
People's memories of that day started becoming vague. Many were convinced it was some kind of collective hallucination.
Didn't they say that that was designed that way, if I recall correctly? That some of those
That may
things were
have been
made
in
to be
part
that
a
way?
result of the chaotic days that followed,
Hi, Hunter.
brought about by
Thank
the
you.
Chancellor
You
and
too.
Rufus. After the war, the entire country feared that Calvard would invade Crossbell and try to take it for its own. Using that to his advantage, Rufus quickly convinced the nobility to support him, pledged to cooperate with the Chancellor. And in January 1205, the combined forces of both Imperial and Provincial armies invaded Crossbell.
Oh boy.
Crossbell no longer possessed the weapon of mass destruction that had annihilated Gorelia Fortress.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Ethan, that they had made a comment previously, or I think maybe it was Vita had said something to that effect, I think.
Thanks to that, the city was occupied in a mere day, with no bloodshed. Calvard was quick to react, sending countless airships to try and drive the Imperial forces out. However, between Rufus's leadership and the combined might of the tanks and soldats under his command, they were quickly repelled. As for me, Chancellor Osborne's words became the reality. Valimar and I were heralded as those responsible for Heimdall's liberation. And as the purported hero to the nation, I'd received and accepted a request in February to back up our forces in Crossbell.
Okay.
It was there that I found myself suddenly leading numerous soldats and fighting off the Republican army.
Okay, so this is telling us probably about what we just saw in the advertisement.
Before I knew it, everyone around me was referring to me as the Ashen Chevalier.
Is it just me that is that this is like, from what my friends have told me, is like a 3 to 4 hour finale of this game. So I don't know what all is involved in this, but that's why I broke it up from the other time, because they said that I had probably a good 4 hours to go in the end of the game. But yes. So back to what I was saying. Now that I've been through the Crimson Apocalypse episode and everything that happened there, hearing and seeing in that newspaper him called the Ashen Chevalier, that guts me in a way that if they had called him that before, it might have been kind of like, ha ha ha, look, Crow, you're not the only one, kind of like a slap in the face kind of thing. But knowing what happened now they've taken that name, and now it's like, how dare you just take that name that was his and slap it on to Reen. And I'm sure Reen is going, well, I expect when I hit the button he's going to talk about it, but I cannot imagine that Reen, after what happened, is happy about having that slapped onto him when that was Crow's Azure Chevalier. A slap in the face, yeah. Exactly.
Time kept flowing, and mid-March came. The month in which Class 7 would finally say their goodbyes.
There are no goodbyes. It's not allowed to happen.
And that brings our history review right up to the
Professor
dawn
Thomas.
of the modern era.
And here we are, like everything's normal, back in history class.
Next week, we'll be covering the 50-year period from the Orbital Revolution up to the present day. We're blowing through this material a lot more quickly than I would otherwise, so try to keep up with your reading. Oh, and Emma and Machias, if you see anyone struggling, try to help them out, okay?
He seems a lot more interesting after you've seen him, fighting and in battle and everything. He's a lot less boring of a character.
I fully intend to.
Of course she will.
Leave it to us. I've got plenty of good reference books on the subject.
Of course you do.
That would be very helpful, actually.
Sounds like a pain. Oh well.
I do happen to have a few gaps in my knowledge of the Revolution.
I should be able to help out with the technological side of things if you guys need it.
I'm guessing we're gonna run into that Schmidt guy's name a lot too.
Oh boy.
Well, he was one of the 3 leading disciples of Professor Epstein, so yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It'll feel strange seeing his name in textbooks, knowing how he is in real life.
A jerk.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing to think we were able to meet him, though.
Third period, mathematics.
All right, like I
Instructor
said, I'll
Makarov.
be giving a quiz next week on everything we've covered up to now. Which means it'll cover quadratic functions, factorizations, sets, logic, and probability.
Oh, fun times. Good old days.
Oh, and if I'm feeling really mean, there might be a little calculus in there. So, study for this one.
Get ready for some derivatives, kids.
That's a lot.
I'm getting depressed just thinking about it.
Sounds more like he's reciting some kind of curse.
Maybe some saddle points.
It is all material we've covered in class before, you know.
It'll be worth going over the most basic formulas at the very least.
Politics and ethics.
That sums up this lecture on the structure of the stock market in Erebonia.
Oh my god, he actually teaches.
Next week, we will hurry on and study unemployment and inflation problems.
And now I can say it. That's the one that was all infatuated with Rixia Mao. Rixia Mao.
You're also going to be taking part in a debate on those issues. So make sure each of you are well prepared.
What kind of debate? A debate. It's when people are divided into groups for and against something, then they argue their viewpoints.
What kind of bait?
After much consideration, I've decided we will use our remaining time to listen to and enjoy music from all manner of genres.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
From famous classics to popular modern music, I've gathered records of all kinds for you to enjoy. I even managed to borrow music from a hot new genre like heaving metal, I believe it's called.
Heaving metal?
Oh, I wonder what that sounds like.
Steve, it's heaving metal. You have a new genre to listen to. She's my spirit animal. Steve, we need to make a new channel. It's going to be heaving metal.
Nice work, guys.
Oh my god. I'm kind of in heaving metal. Oh, I'm dying.
You poor kids must be exhausted. Feels like all your other instructors are dead set on cramming your brains with as much material as humanly possible.
Not Sarah, no. Sarah would never do that.
Crawl into a hole and die.
Exactly.
You said it.
Still, this is exactly how we wanted it.
Right. They're doing it for our sake, so I don't mind it so much.
There's no way we could cover everything in class, so it's sweet of them to give us the bullet points while they still can.
It's paying off for us in the long run, yeah, so we owe them a lot.
Forcing you to try and keep up with us is a little unfair of us, though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do all of this again next year.
Are you sure you're fine with this arrangement?
Of course. This is to my benefit, too. If I get all of this crammed into my head now, maybe I can even come out on top on next year's midterms.
Well...
Oh my goodness. You must be master debaters.
That's some confidence.
I wouldn't be surprised if you actually did it, though.
Reen has the knack for pulling off anything he puts his mind to, after all.
True.
I'm probably just being too optimistic.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. Guess we'll know for sure next year.
Hear ye, pay attention.
Anyway, tomorrow's the day you've all been waiting for. Your next free day. I know you've got enough schoolwork to choke a horse, but try to carve out a little time for your clubs and all that youthful jazz.
Youthful jazz.
The forecast for tomorrow is clear blue skies. Might be the perfect chance to sneak off and get into some ooh
Dub
la
song.
la with that special someone.
Ooh la la.
And truly, you teach us all by living your life as a shining counterexample.
So true.
Spoken like a true lifetime member of the Lonely Hearts Club, instructor.
Hey! I'll have you know that there are plenty of guys who would do anything for a private lesson with yours truly.
But if that many men are interested in you, how come you spend so much time drinking alone in your room?
Ooh, burn. Ouch. That hurts. Ow.
I think the polite thing to do here is just smile and nod.
Yes, that's what you do. Nod, smile. Nod,
If you keep
smile.
setting your sights on guys like Laura's dad, you might as well just buy a couple cats and get it over with.
That's beautiful.
It does seem like she's fighting an uphill battle to find a good match.
Ah, just you wait, guys. In 2 weeks, when you see the hordes of chiseled, elegant gents draped over me, we'll see who has the last laugh.
Oh my god. That's hilarious. I love that moment. That whole little section right there was beautiful.
Time really does fly. It's hard to believe our last free day is tomorrow.
Yeah, it felt like we still had more time.
For me, it feels like it's been ages since I last had one.
I suppose it would.
Were you able to rest up at all while you were away?
Not really. It was basically work, work, work the whole time. I did get taken into Crossbell City during what time off I did have, but I can't say I felt very comfortable there.
I'm sure.
Indeed. That must have been more painful than anything.
Mm-hmm.
To the people of Crossbell, we Erebonians are aggressors. I can hardly imagine they would welcome us with open arms.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like it'd stop Lecter from living it up over there, though.
He did take me to a casino once, actually. He won so much, he might as well have been cheating.
Shocking. It always feels like people who like gambling really like it, huh?
Oh boy.
So, does anyone have anything planned for our free day? Remember, it's the very last one, so make it count. We wouldn't want to end the day with any regrets.
True enough.
Although, I wonder if I'd end the day regretting that it has to end in the first place if we made it too much fun.
I've got so much that I want to do, I'm not sure where to start. I know I want to attend practice, at least.
Oh, same. I've got to go taste test some new dishes for the cooking club, plus Kershus has a new menu up, and...
How many stomachs do you have?
How many stomachs do you have?
Will you be helping the student council tomorrow, Reen?
That's the plan. It sounds like Toa will finish handing all her work over to the others today, but they're bound to be busy. So I thought it'd be nice to take some of it off their hands, whether they like it or not.
Ah, Reen, ever the reliable gopher.
That's a very you response.
Yeah, it is.
If there's anything we can help with, let us know, okay?
Well, I guess I'd better get going. I could go straight to the student council room, but it's my first time back in over a month, so it would be nice to take a walk.
Hint, hint.
Maybe I should go and see how Valamar's doing too.
Reen?
Fee.
What's up?
Yes, they are.
I thought you were going to water the flowers.
I was, but they can wait. I think you need more watering now.
Aww.
Thanks. You're a sweet girl, you know that?
Not really. I wanted to do this for myself. I need to make the most of this warmth while I still can.
You really are docile as can be when we're alone together. Unlike the rest of the time.
Shut up.
Okay, I think this is the right pair. She just told him to shut up. That's perfect. It wasn't for long, but the two of them were happy simply passing the time together. And she told him to shut up. It was perfect. When the time came to part ways, they said their goodbyes just outside the classroom. Classes are now over for the day, and you can walk around the academy grounds freely. After visiting the building accessible through the engineering building and speaking to Toa in the student council room, the story will advance. There's the moment right there. Obtained traveling clothes. You can change. Yes, I know. Okay. Alright, so... Oh, that's that one now? That's no longer his uniform? I forgot about that one. Alright, we have to put that one back on, because that one's the cool one. Save. Well, we've gone through all that, so we don't have to go through all that again. And... so we're just supposed to walk around and maybe talk to people, I guess. To tell you the truth, I've been feeling kind of jealous of your class lately. I mean, I know things are tough for you and your classes are way harder than anyone else's, but you all just seem like you're having so much fun together and nothing ever gets you down. It looks so nice. Oh, yeah, these are the other classrooms. I forgot where I was in the building. Anyone over here? Yes, we have you. Rosine, I don't think anyone expected the trouble in Crossbell to come to an end so quickly. It just goes to show the sorts of things Chancellor Osborne is capable of. Of course, attributing that solely to him would be ignoring all of your hard work. Hardly. I did what I was told. Reen, try not to let your spirit sink, okay? As hard as it may be. Okay. So we've got a bunch of people in the music room. I've decided to join a military band in the Imperial Army after I graduate. I want a career that gives me the chance to show people the strength of music, and where better to show strength than in the military. It'll let me put the skills I've picked up at the academy to use too. We had to pick a new head for the wind orchestra a while back, so obviously I put my name forward. But everyone voted for Bridgie. She didn't even volunteer to be a candidate in the first place. I really wanted it too. I wonder why nobody voted for me. What a mystery. Poor Mint. You know, at the flea market tomorrow, right? Well, the wind orchestra is going to be performing on the auditorium stage in the afternoon for a little background music. It's just one more fun thing after another at Thor's, isn't it? It's gonna be a blast. Here's Bridgie. I wonder how Alan did against Patrick today. Hopefully well after that energizing lunch I made for him. I guess trying to support your significant other in every way possible is just part of being in love. I hope you find time to spend with someone you care about today too, Reen. Thanks. I'll try. I think he already did. And... Alright, let's go to the cooking club. I received a job offer from the Zumerian Railroad Corporation, so that's where I'll be working after graduation. They're going to be introducing something called a buffet card to certain trains, apparently, and they want my help with it. I certainly didn't see myself working for a train company, but traveling the country concocting new dishes sounds like a dream. It'll give me a chance to see how this nation is shifting from a variety of places, too. Alright. And here's Milliam. Weird to think tomorrow's the last free day of the year. I'm gonna have to go exploring. Better start drawing a map and planning out the day now. I don't want to waste a single hour. Alright, so those are the only two in here. We got the next room over, which I think is, what, the art room. It's been a while since we've been here. And we've spent so much time in the past here. Oh, here's the twins. I brought Lindy some of the flowers I grew in the gardening club to use as a model for her painting. Do you want some too? They smell super sexy. Just like me. A good sniff of them will cheer you up in no time. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I do appreciate the thought, but I think I'm good on flowers for now. Not that one. You. I'll be taking over Claire's position as head of the art club once she graduates. Not that I feel like I'm up to the task, but that won't stop me from trying. I can't live in fear of overstepping my comfort zone. Not with you all doing what you're doing. Okay. Here's Gaius. I wasn't able to figure out why painting felt so empty to me this past month. Well, not until you came back. All of a sudden that emptiness is completely gone. Clearly, I like your company. Clara always says that paintings reflect the heart of their artist. It looks like she was absolutely right. Okay, so nothing else after that. I cannot wait to get that other thing that tells you when they're done. Extenuating circumstances have led me to opening an exhibition in Heimdall. More specifically, our club advisor took the liberty of showing off the piece I made during the war to everyone she could. Now I've got people saying they want to become my sponsors, or some garbage like that. None of that matters to me. I just wish they'd shut up and let me work. Well then. Alright, so no one else seems to be up here. Let's go downstairs. Yeah, because that room's empty. Alright. No one in the first room. We have someone in the second room. That's the principal's office, yes. Hello. If it isn't Reen Schwarzer, allow me to give you my belated congratulations on your incredible work over in Crossbell. Though it does break my heart that such a heavy burden should fall to a student such as yourself. Don't feel bad, sir. I was the one who chose to accept the Crossbellan government's request after all. Besides, it wouldn't do me any good to run away from this. The role I've been given is difficult, but I'll see it through to the end. I ended up meeting some interesting people over there too. I have no regrets. Then I shall only say one more thing. I'm sure your days ahead will be full of hardships. Be sure not to lose sight of yourself as you face them. That is all the advice I can give you. Thank you, sir. General Van Dyke was my superior back when I was in the Army. As such, I'm planning on granting you a bit of additional assistance. Is something wrong, Schwarzer? No, sir. Not at all. I wouldn't be surprised if Principal Van Dyke knew something. But now's not the time to start asking. Okay. Alright, so we've got some people in the next room. The faculty lounge. Everyone's lined up. Here's Sarah. Well, you've been back for 3 whole days now. Have people finally stopped hounding you with questions? Sounds like you hardly had a moment's peace at first. Well, everyone knew where I'd been. The whole country knows, what with the Chronicle running those stories about me. I can't blame them for being curious. It's one of those things you'll probably just have to get used to, at least as long as you're a hero in the public eye. Don't think about it too much. Just be sure to make good use of tomorrow, both for yourself and for those who no longer can. Thanks, I will. And Mary, I think it's wonderful that you've all resolved to do what's best for you. Rather than following the path life laid out for you, you're taking your lives into your own hands and forging new trails. Making it through the war has clearly had a positive effect on all of you. Professor Thomas. Why, hello, Reen. How goes your studying? I'd be more than happy to help if you're having any sort of trouble. Thanks for the offer, but I think I'll be all right. I've got the Machias and Emma support system keeping me on the ball. If that offer extends to next year, though, I'm sure I'll be taking you up on it then. Oh, by all means. Nothing in this world makes me happier than lending a hand to students in need. But can you believe the academic year is so close to its end? I just love to see it off with a big old party, wouldn't you? I think you're onto something. Alright, so we talked to... Okay, I was like... There's not a person standing there. What's happening? Oh, and of course it's you. I would have thought you'd be back in your dormitory by now to get everything in order for tomorrow. Now that you are here, however, there's one thing I'd like to ask you. How fares Ark and Seal over in Crossbell? You should know after your recent venture. I can't say I'm afraid. I didn't really get the chance to see what they were up to. I wish I could have, though. Maybe next time. Reasonable. I was just worried as to Rishia Mao's well-being. There have been rumors of late that the group's star performer has been gravely injured and is in the process of recovery. I've been worried that her absence may be placing additional stress on Rishia. Forget I said anything. You wouldn't think he was such a devoted fan just looking at him. I wonder how he'd react if I told him that I think I actually ran into her and fought her too. Actually, I probably shouldn't tell him about the whole fighting thing, and I could hardly believe it happened myself. Okay. And we have, this is the infirmary, so Beatrix. The sunset's beautiful tonight, isn't it? The linneau flowers have started blooming throughout town as well. I suppose you could say they're getting ready to see everyone off as they take the next step in their lives. Well, no matter what you think the flowers are up to, try to make your last free day worthwhile, but stay out of harm's way. I'll try. Alright, and then we have somebody around here. Other girl at the desk, she's always here. Well, the students instructor seems so restless right now. Not that it comes as a surprise whether to stay at Thor's or go elsewhere. They have a brand new environment to adapt to. But new beginnings are part of the nature of spring, and that's not a bad thing. Pink isn't well. He's sick back at the hotel. Okay, so there's like one person over there, and that's the janitor's room, I think. Yeah, because all those rooms are... The flea market tomorrow is a joint project between the merchants of Trista and the volunteer first years. It's going to be quite the occasion. Sounds just about right for the last free day of the year, if you ask me. I'll be there to see it for sure. Alright, so we've talked to everybody that I have been able to find around here. So let's go out the front door. I don't walk right past it. Alright. So we've got 2 people over here. Still can't believe they're actually keeping the Ashen Knight here at the Academy. Well, he's always been there. You just didn't know it until, Well, yeah, the Ashen Knight and its pilot are both seen as heroes. They ended the war, after all. I heard the entrance exams were crazy this year, too. Everyone wants to get in after everything that's happened. No doubt. Who wouldn't want to go someplace where you might end up with your own knight? I don't know what kind of students manage to get in. Well, that's about that. Enough for that for now. We've still got to figure out what our plans for our free day tomorrow. Want to check out that thing they're doing in the auditorium? Alright. So... Toa's in the student union. But I want to go talk to these other people. Because this is sort of about catching up with everybody. It doesn't show anybody in the library. I don't know if I believe that. But let's just run over here real quick. It's not that far out of our way. Yeah, see, there are people here. It's always her. Feels like the press have to work the famous Ashen Chevalier into everything lately. It's kind of wild to have the talk of the country standing right in front of me. Especially as you don't really look like a celebrity. You just seem like any other student to me. Well, I am. I'm nothing special. And then we have her. Now that the war is finally over, the continuations of the stories I've been following are finally hitting the market. I think I'll take this and this for now. I can't wait to spend tomorrow just relaxing and reading in here. Alright, and I don't think that there's anybody upstairs, but... Nope, there's not. Alright. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything by not talking to people in there. So I'm going to save the 2 buildings with the story events here for last. Anything at the school? Doesn't say. Let's just come over here. Doesn't look like it, but it wouldn't be right if I didn't come down here and check. Are firmly shut. Okay, well, I used to have a key, so I guess that answers that question. Alright, so I got a couple of people over there and someone over there, so let's... Oh god, Margarita. Where in the world could my little sugar plum have disappeared to? Most men would be glued to the arm of a fiancé as delectable as I am. Vincent must just be feeling shy. There's not much time until he graduates, though. I'll have to find him so we can spend his final hours at Thor's together. I think Vincent probably has different plans. Pink Floyd, comfortably numb. Theoretically, it's waiting, which is right. Oh, gotcha. The flowers inside all of our hearts have seen better days, mine and Fee's included. Bet that's nothing to worry about. I'm sure that spring's warm caress will thaw them out and return them to normal. And here's Fee again. The new seeds I've planted have finally started to sprout. It'll be a while before we get to see any flowers, though. I was hoping I'd have the chance to raise these ones myself, but it wasn't meant to be. Alright, so nothing else with Fee right now. Do we get to fish?
This spot looks perfect for fishing.
Apparently, we do. We haven't fished in a while in this game. I'm a little slow at fishing today.
Not what I had in mind.
We caught a salamander. Alright, let's do these few times, which means we can also fish at the other fishing spot while we're roaming around the school. Oh, come on. Really?
Whoa, this is a big one.
It's a big one. Sepith mass. That's always nice. I don't know how much of this stuff I need, but we'll get it anyway, because we can. Another salamander. Alright, one more, and then
Not
we'll
what I had in mind.
Oh, not one more, two more apparently. Although I don't know how many, another one of these guys.
Whoa, this is a big one.
I thought I used most of my, bait. What kind of bait? Yeah, ground bait was grayed out, so I did use it. Okay.
Not what I had in mind.
Pale salamander. Alright, yeah, 0 remaining. Oh, that's what we'll have to check out. Alright, so let's take a look in here. It didn't show anyone in here. So there's 3 people in there and 3 people in there. Oh, it's patty cakes. Oh, it's you, Schwarzer. Is it true you're going to be helping the student council again tomorrow? I would have imagined one in your position would take the opportunity to rest, but I suppose that's just not your way. Yeah, for better or worse, that's just how I am. How are things back at home, by the way? I've heard things are still kind of chaotic over in the Sutherland province. So it seems. It's certainly keeping my father busy. Celestin will be returning home to help him, so I imagine he'll be able to stay on top of things. But, bah, what is it to you how my family is faring? Don't you have enough to worry about as things stand? Well, I have no shortage of scores to settle with you, so I'd appreciate it if you go back to being your old self. Otherwise, I'll simply end up speeding ahead of you before you know it come next month. Thanks. I'll keep that in mind. Instead of going home once I graduate, I plan on going on a little journey. I've weighed all of my options, and this one stood well above the rest. I'm curious to see how far my swordsmanship can take me, so if nothing else, it should be a very interesting experiment. I decided to ask Loggins to join me as well, so let's see how he replies. Looks like I'm finally able to go toe-to-toe with Patrick. Ha! Guess I've got all of Bridget's support over the year to thank for that. But these aren't my laurels to rest on. A good boyfriend aims higher to make sure that he can always keep his girlfriend safe. I'd never be able to fight Patrick on equal terms without Bridget being there supporting from the start. I can't deny that going out with her's got me feeling pretty good. I'm practically bursting with confidence. Yeah, damn it, Alan, control yourself. You can't say that kind of stuff out loud in the middle of club practice. No worries. I get where you're coming from. Alright, good enough for me. Alright, let's check out the swimming club area. We had a couple people over here. Monica and Laura, maybe? Yep. Let our race begin. I expect nothing short of your best. Of course. Having to race against Laura is a little panic-inducing, sure. But I can't let that put me off trying. I won't get better if I never push myself. And we have somebody down here. It's official. Once Klein graduates, he's going into the Imperial Army. In fact, that's where he is right now, doing some sort of training program. I was hoping to pick his brain about some stuff, given that I'm the new captain of the swimming club. Oh well. Alright. Just checking in with everybody, like I said. There's probably not anybody up here. Doesn't look like it. Oh, there is. It's a photographer. Oh, they're gonna race? Better get snapping now. Now this is why the swimming club's the best club. Nothing but well-rounded photo opportunities, one after another. Rest in peace, Rex, the war photographer. We hardly knew ye. Just look at them. You can tell they've grown a lot over the past year. I've got to make sure my photos capture that just right. Okay. Anyone else? Doesn't appear to be. Oh wait, I forgot there was this area. I enrolled in this academy figuring it led me straight into the Imperial Army. The only thing I'm good at is being tough, so I always figured that'd be the best way to pay the bills, I guess. But lately I've been wondering if that's really a good enough reason to join up. I'm pretty much ready to enlist, but do I really want to? I don't know, do you? Alright, so now those are all the dots that are up here that are showing. So we can leave this area. And we've got the field, the auditorium, and then I'll probably go down to Trista before I go to those two buildings. So I can check in on whoever's down in Trista. So you've got Eustace and what's her name? I can't remember her name. I owe nearly as much to the riding club this year as I do to our class. My time at Thor's wouldn't have been nearly as interesting if I hadn't joined. I consider myself lucky to have done so. I'm happy to hear that. Still, Reen, from what I understand, my brother owes you a lot for what you've done during your stay in Crossbell. I wouldn't say that. While I was there, I saw the extent of his political skill over and over again. And, well, I feel like I only now know just how much he's capable of. In both good ways and bad, I assume. I thought I knew him just like I thought I knew my father, but in the end, they were both strangers to me. I'm sorry, Eustace. Well, enough about me. I just wish he could have seen his duty as one of the Academy's directors through to the end of the year, that's all. And there she is. I thought she disappeared. I've been chosen as the next riding club captain. I can't help but feel like Eustace would be the right person for the job, though. Still, it's my responsibility now, so I'm gonna do an even better job than he would. Okay. No one over there, just him. Well, Eustace, I presume, will be too busy running around fighting to be the captain. I have my heart set on joining the Imperial Cavalry after graduation. We live in rapidly changing times, but that only makes it more important for me to chart Erebonia's path as both a noble and a soldier. Besides, this provides me an opportunity to put my Thor's education to good use. The lessons I learned from the Civil War, too. Why did I come to this conclusion, you ask? I suppose it was Eustace's influence, and that of a dearly departed fellow second year. Okay. So that's everybody out here. The lacrosse club seems to not be out here. So we have these two. Hugo, you wee man. I hope you're ready for the flea market tomorrow. I can't do that accent. I'm just not meant to speak in Scots. Hi, Dark Fantasy. I'm just gonna say it like normal because I just can't. I'm gonna outsell you so hard you'll have no choice but to admit I'm the better merchant. Becky, Becky, Becky. If you're Only now declaring war, you've already lost. Any merchant worth his salt would have known the battle started the moment the market was announced. Did I overestimate you again? Yes. Keep at it, mate. You will not be laughing for long. Cannot wait to wipe that smug look off his face tomorrow. Alright. And is there anything? It's locked. Yeah, I figured it would be. It's always locked unless something's going on. And the thing isn't going on until tomorrow. So, let's go down to Trista. Oh, okay, so we're not allowed to go down to Trista until we do these things. Okay. Sometimes the game does that. I'm gonna throw in a quick save now that I've talked to a whole slew of people. I can't imagine anything happening that would ruin that. I want to talk to George before I talk to Toa.
Oh.
Hey there, Rain.
Hey there, Rain.
Looks like someone's done with class for the day.
Yep, just got out. Wait, is that?
Yep, Angie's brand new bike.
We started building it for you, but then we had a change of heart. I just couldn't tear you away from your current ride after you'd grown so attached.
Now I feel bad, considering I pretty much did just that to you.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Your new one's got a pretty cool design, though.
Don't get too jealous. Specs are pretty much the same as yours. Well, before Angie tunes it up and adds her custom gear for distance riding, that is.
But distance riding would mean... You're planning on going off on some big journey, aren't you?
Well, that's not really surprising, I don't think. It's Angie, after all. She's always doing something.
10 points to Rain. I just felt like it was time for me to go out and see the world for myself. My martial arts teacher did the same thing once, so I'm sure it'll be a valuable experience for me. The plan for now is to travel through the entirety of Zemuria.
Wow. Good luck to you, Angie.
Not a very specific plan, and a pretty sizable journey.
Yeah, right?
You can say that again. I have no idea where she finds the energy.
Oh, really now? Your plan to visit the continent's most famous engineering factories is pretty much exactly the same thing.
So you just go together.
You really think so?
I take it you'll be leaving Erebonia for a while too, George?
Seems that way. First stop's the Burl and ZCF. Always wanted to see it. After that, I got my heart set on a trip to the Epstein Foundation over in Lamont State. While I'm at it, I think it'd be nice to pay a visit to the Verne Company in Calvert, too.
Oh my, lots of...
Will you even be able to get into Calvert at this point?
Hey, I didn't say it'd be easy, but I think I can pull some strings. The real reason for this trip is to figure out what I can do as an engineer to help smooth over our international relations. Meeting the continent's finest engineers and discussing things with them should really help get the ball rolling on that.
You've thought that far ahead.
Wow.
That's really admirable. I hope you can find a way to make that happen. Even though I feel kind of hypocritical saying that, as someone who participated in the war.
Don't beat yourself up over it, Reen.
You have nothing to be ashamed of. That was your only option, given the way the Chancellor set things up. Your actions actually helped us avoid an even longer, more brutal war.
But...
Angie's right. You played a role that no one else could have. Just think, if things kept going the way they were going, we could have been at war with all of Crossbell. I don't even want to imagine the number of lives that would have been lost if you hadn't stepped in the way you did.
Yeah.
Of course, us telling you whether or not you should feel guilty doesn't matter.
I mean, if it helped avoid a full-scale war. But yeah, it's not gonna make him feel less guilty.
It all comes down to you facing your own feelings over what you did. But there's one thing we'd like you to remember as you do. You're not alone, Rain. You've got friends who understand why you did what you did.
That's right. Yes, Angie has a very nice leather outfit.
Sometimes I wonder how I was lucky enough to get such good ones. Thanks, you guys. This really helps.
Don't mention it. On a completely different note, why don't you pay Valimar a visit while you're here? We spared no expense making sure he'd be nice and cozy in there.
I think I will. But not to discredit your coziness efforts or anything, but he seems fine no matter where I leave him.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I was like, I don't think Valimar really cares about the coziness factor. I mean, he's spent lots of time out in the icy snow, in the middle of, like, a nature park. Wherever pretty much we've needed to leave him, he doesn't seem to really care.
Well, aren't you a sweet chevalier?
Oh, please stop using that word.
Maybe I'll check in on him in a bit,
That just upsets me every time I hear that word. And I never thought I'd hear myself say that. Alright, so we can actually still shop with George. So this tour of mine's not going to be easy with the international climate the way it is. But I'm still excited to get started. I'm going to learn a ton about technology, about how a nation's culture affects its people and its engineers. I can't wait. I just hope seeing all that stuff helps me figure out what I should be doing with my future, too. Alright, so I don't... Okay. Just wanna see something. I knew his were done. I just wanted to see if there were any... This is Gaius. You can tell this is how little I used Millium. Even Sarah's were unlocked. All right. So I just wanted to do that. Yeah, I was like, I don't think I have... I think I have to go see... You can imagine that my father wasn't exactly thrilled with my decision, but he gave in, eventually. I suppose I should be grateful for having such an understanding father and such a hard head. There's no telling when I'll be back, but I guarantee that I'll be even more awe-inspiring than I am now. Oh, and the stories I'll have to tell. You've got a lot to look forward to. She cracks me up. All right, so I'm not really... I opened those remaining ornament slots just because I could. Make your way to the hangar. Yes. Knight sold that storage area. Look at his Tachi.
Hey, Valimar. How you holding up?
So before I continue this conversation, I don't know what is coming up at all. Like right now, this is all the usual running around kind of stuff. So I unlocked those things just to have them unlocked, just because I could. I'm not playing around with quartz or any of that stuff. Again, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm actually going to have any kind of battles or fights. It wouldn't. If going by the first game, you think everything's all hunky-dory and then something comes up at the end. So I'm just leaving everybody else's stuff alone. I'm thinking I might, on my way out, make a few quartz to have in my inventory, because that last couple boss fights, there were some quartz that Kate and I had talked about that would be useful to have when we were talking strategy offline, and I didn't have some of them, and there were a few people that I don't normally use that I would have liked to have had certain things for. I don't know if I can make some of those now. I might be able to, so I might just for giggles go ahead and make them and have them in my inventory. If something happens, then I can do that. I'll think about it during this conversation.
Relatively comfortably. My ability to self-repair means that maintenance is not mandatory, but I expect it will increase my operating efficiency.
Glad to hear it.
Me too.
This is going to be our new home base for the time being, so you can get in as much maintenance as you need. I'm gonna need you a lot in the days ahead, Valimar.
I will strive to meet your expectations.
Something wrong?
Not as such. I thought I sensed something unusual, but it must have been my imagination.
That's not good.
You really are getting to be scarily human these days, you know? What was it you sensed, though? A person?
I am unsure. It may have simply been a fluctuation in the earth veins below us. Similar fluctuations are hardly abnormal.
Well, if you don't think it's anything worth worrying about, I'll try and put it out of my mind. If you sense anything strange in the future, though, let me know, okay?
Okay, that's strangely ominous in light of what I just said.
You can tell me telepathically was the word, right?
Indeed. I shall use it to inform you should I sense anything is amiss.
Okay. Alright, so that makes me wonder... I'm in the wrong menu. Alright. I don't even know what I have stuff to synthesize. Like how much of. I think I need a couple of those. Some of the other ones that we wanted and talked about, we could not get. I may not even need these. Last light of rain from above. Seraphic ring. Fully heals and... I think Eustace has this. Alright. Stop hitting the wrong button. Alright. Let's go back to the top. Oh, there were a couple people that I wanted to put that on. Like I said, I'm going with the idea that I'm hopefully not even going to need some of these things. volcanic rain or flare bomb. Flare bomb I used, and I don't have enough because I made all those other things. Heat up. Cure stat down plus 10 CP. Where's the one I'm looking for? Shining? Alright, that's all I'm gonna make for right now. I'm not even gonna put them on them until I determine if I actually need them. I'm gonna put this on an alternate save. Put it on my secondary save. Because I may not even need that at all. It was just sort of, that happened to me last time, so I didn't have access to the machine to make the quartz or get the quartz. Oh, and we have a ton of people in here to talk to. Here's Elisa. Tomorrow's going to be Emily and Theresia's final day as members of the lacrosse club, which means it's one of the last days we'll really get to spend with them. We better make the most of it. Teehee. Or hee-hee. I've been appointed the new captain of the Academy's lacrosse club. I swear my name is a Florald. I will do a stellar job in fulfilling the numerous duties that come with the title, though perhaps bringing my rivalry with Elisa to its conclusion by the end of the month will take precedent for now. The Imperial Army will be establishing a major new air fleet soon, you know. So Emily and I are going to sign up. You can imagine how well Father took the news, but we managed to talk him around to the idea. Emily's already fired up at the thought of being an officer like Captain Claire one day. Not you. You. Oh yeah, I'll be passing the second-year training regimen down to you tomorrow. It's crazy hard, but you're ready for it, aren't you? Give me a hell yeah. Hell, of course. That's funny. Alright. Second-year student. That hangar's in use already from what I hear. Not much, but it's a start. It'll probably be used way more in the future.
Hell no!
Oh, hell no. It's gonna be hard. We're still gonna get to this part. Oh no. We might even end up with the Soldat related classes thanks to it. Kinda makes me feel like I'm graduating too soon. I can't say I don't know how you feel, but I think we should just believe in the first years now. They've grown a lot since their first day. They'll be fine. I suppose that's true. And we're almost to Toa. We've got a few people to talk to, I'm sure, between here and there. It's been an eventful 2 years here, but a fun 2 years nonetheless. Look at me getting all down like it's over. We've still got time to enjoy yet. I'm in his radio. Radio filled me in on everything you were up to over in Crossbell. To think you used to need my help to get onto the radio. Nowadays, the radio follows you. That's very, very impressive. But just take care, okay? Okay. And we've got him. It's hard to believe the second years only have a couple of weeks left here now. I still remember the day they enrolled here like it was yesterday. I think I'll treat them to something nice tomorrow. Alright. And then we have this lady. What's with the sour face? Come along, eat up. You need down a warm meal. There's nothing like a full stomach to bring a smile to your face. Gorgeous salad. Alright, well we just traded in our Sepith, so we don't need to do that. Alright. I wonder... and doubt... let's talk here. Hey there, Kurt. sorry. Wrong guy, huh? Huh, sorry about that. I'm just used to him coming here to mess around every day that I thought you were him. Oh my gosh. That is just... knife to the heart. I still can't believe he's gone. Don't know if I'll ever be able to. Alright. Wow. He actually has a weapon that is better than the one Elisa has? Let's just look and see. There's one that's better than Machias's. And Gaius's. And William's. Wow. Equip. Lisa. Principality. So... that's it. And we don't have near enough money for some of these other weapons. I don't think I have a whole lot more that I can sell. I have some ingredients, but I don't want to sell those. I mean, I have a lot of food I could sell. And that would give me a bunch. Alright, so we were looking at the gun for Machias. Equip. Even though I don't usually use Machias. How much Sepith do you have? Sell some of your Sepith. You're gonna make so much Sepith. Oh, I probably have tons. Oh, I have that I can sell too. I think it's in... no. Do I have to do it at George's shop, don't I? I have to go back to George's, right? Because I can't sell it here. Because it doesn't show up in these places. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I think Kate mentioned that to me. If I needed it, I could go to George's. Because now that I've unlocked the orbment slots, I've made a few quartz. Just in case. Did I go into the wrong one? I think I did. Leave it to me. I am always gonna go... Why does it... Orbment? Quartz? No. Why? Why am I doing this wrong? Here we go. My brain hurts. Okay, so I've got a ton of Earth Sepith. And I don't really use Earth Sepith. Wow. Should I save some of it? Or should I sell all of it? Should I sell all of it? Save some of it? Like, what's, like, some? Should I save, like, 1,000? 2,000? I'd sell at least half. Alright, so we'll do like that. I've never actually done this before. Let's just call it that. Good enough. I've never sold my Sepith before. Earth, Wind, Time, and Mirage. Earth, Wind. Yeah, we have a lot in Wind. So, like, let's just say 2,500. Go back, Mirage. And let's just call this one 1,500, just to make it easy. Alright. There, we no longer have a Sepith shortage. Or a Mira shortage, I should say. Not if you realize, but George has another... You know, now that you say that, I saw it and I was so focused on getting to the other menu that I have Megalith, but I did see this. He didn't, I don't know if he had it the last time. I'm not even sure who... Hi, Kate. What are we doing? I just sold some of my stuff to get better weapons for a couple people that are now available to me, apparently. And, got, a new Master Quartz. This one. That I didn't have access to before or didn't see before, and I was just trying to decide if I should actually give it to anybody, but it's a level 3. Attacks, craft, steal, critical damage. I picked it up. I have like 70,000 Mira. Because I just sold all that other stuff. Yeah, 72,000. You need to keep at least 200,000 Mira? I have 2 save files. Did I screw something up that I wasn't supposed to do? So I only have... Here, well, now that you're here... I mean, I can undo what I did. Let's come over here for a minute. I can undo what I did. Yeah, I sold regular Sepith to get the Sepith Mass. Because people had weapons here that we could buy that they didn't have available to buy before. So I got Principality for Elisa. She didn't have that. I bought this one for Machias. This one I don't have for Gaius. Go back before I bought the Master Quartz and sold the Sepith. Because if I go back, I go back before all of it. Before I bought the weapons. Alright. This was the one before. Yeah, because I have no mirror here. I just want to look at... Alright, this was also, because I did not know that. Impede 1 and 2. Alright. The only... downside to this is I have to talk to all these people. Do I have to... Just tell me, do I actually have to talk to all these people again? Is it important that I talk to all these people again? Because if it's not important that I talk to all these people again, okay, good, I'm not going to then. Alright, so... I came over here and then... I wanted to buy the weapons. Oh, and actually I skipped this. I went to see George first. Because now I have to redo the scene with George and Angelica and Valimar.
Oh.
I would wait on all weapons and armor until the dungeon. You can do that there. Well, okay, I'm just gonna...
Hey there, Rain.
Yep.
Since I already did all this, we're just... skipping through. Alright, now, so Kate, what you missed was I went over to George after I talked to Valimar, and I bought with my, I bought some quartz. I bought some of the quartz that rounded out my party, like, I bought some attack 3s for characters that didn't have it. I bought the Impede 1 and 2 for Reen that I didn't have from the other battle that I wanted but I didn't have and couldn't make, and a couple of other things. So what I'm getting now is maybe I should make the attack 3s, but maybe I shouldn't make the other things if I'm going to need that much Sepith to get through those doors. But let me get through this conversation with Valimar real quick. Once it gives me the ability to do that.
Hey,
Alright. So the question is, should I not buy those Sepith? Because, like, Gaius, Millium, Sarah... there were several that don't have, like, attack 3. We were talking about Seraphic Ring the other day. I think only Eustace has that, since I don't have those Lost Arts quartz. So I was just trying to decide... Say, yes, get the Master Quartz. Who would I put the Master Quartz on, then? Because that's where I was trying to figure out... Okay, well, first I have to exchange... I think I exchanged my Sepith mask here. Yeah, I did. I always forget, even this long into the game, I still have to come down here and do this. Okay. So then... You may not want to necessarily put on anyone can give her. Yeah, I was just concerned because several people didn't have attack 3, and that just tends to be how I build my characters. So let's do that. So people that are watching, Kate is my good friend, and she knows way more about this game than I do. And this is an area, because this is my first playthrough on this game, that I consult with her on a lot of these things, and Ethan and others in the chat, because they know so much more about this than I do. So yeah, she doesn't have it, I believe. Yeah, Eustace has it, which I can switch it. Remove. Elisa has. That is red locked. She has that, because I think it was that color. Yeah. So okay, that's on her. And then Eustace, he needs a different one. What to put on him though? Take that off. Wait, I'm sorry. I was doing the other thing that I thought you said. Get my attention. It's the Pikachu. Alright, so you want me... I'm not going to do anything. You want me to take Seraphic Ring off of Elisa? Would it be easier to hop? Go to Lisa and take off Seraphic Ring. Oh, it'd help if I went to Elisa. Alright. Done. Then press... I don't know which button is B. That one. Okay. I pressed B once. That's what that did. Okay. Yeah, she has... Oop. Yeah, she has Angel. That's why what? It's not a high enough level. That's because I used Elisa less this time than I have in my other game. I tried to move around more people. When you level that Master Quartz up, she gets Seraphic Ring. Oh. So should I put it back on her? Since it's not high enough yet? Till she gets it? Real life training, folks, right here on the Trixie Show. Have it on someone in the active party. Well, Eustace is... He's not in, like... He's in the backup of the active party. And Elisa's not in it at all. I mean, so if it's on Eustace, I can swap him in and he has it. But I would have to put it on Laura or Fee. But I can... Oh no, she needs the hit too, though. I can take... No, that's strength. What about Fee? I can take that off of Fee. I can, no, it wasn't that color though. You may not take them at all. Alright, I'll just put it back on useless for right now. Until we figure it out later. Ah! Of course I went right past it. Traffic ring. Useless? Give it back. Okay, so then we're back to the question of, I bought that Master Quartz. Who the heck am I supposed to give it to? So I have Force, Angel, Cannon. No one yet? Alright. Alright, and then you said to hold off on selling any Sepith and not buying any weapons. So let's save over the other one then, because I don't want to accidentally load that one. Oh, I talked to Valimar. I just speed talked to Valimar. So I don't have to talk to this guy who thinks I'm Crow for a minute, because I'm not buying weapons. So now I just need to come up here, and I can just skip all these people and just talk to Toa then. So let's just do it. I'm just, you know me, I talk to everybody, so. There's no response. Oh, I know. He's gonna have the special. So, excuse me, I'm coming in. I was waiting for a kind of thing. It's this not so secret whistle. She's asleep.
Yep, I knew it. No wonder she fell asleep. She must have been really busy getting everything sorted out for the spring. Makes me remember finding her like this over in the computer room. Oh, right. I probably shouldn't look too much or she'll get mad when she wakes up.
Angie. George. Crow.
Aww. It's not your room. It's just your student council room. It's not your bedroom.
Wait. This is the student council room.
Exactly.
I must have fallen asleep.
Yes, you did. Silly Toa.
Sorry for coming in without permission. I did knock, though.
Don't worry about it. It's my fault for dozing off like this. Why do you always have to keep finding me like that? I hope you weren't looking at me while I was sleeping again.
Oh.
I did try to look as little as possible.
As little as possible.
Well, if you say so. Is something the matter? You're not looking too well.
No, I'm fine. Maybe the light streaming in through the window is making me look off color? I feel fine, really.
Sure, Rean.
Come with me.
Now she grabbed his hand. Fee didn't grab
What's
his hand.
this all about?
I know that you're a boy and all, and I do think that you've grown a lot during your year here. No, I probably shouldn't even call you a boy anymore. You're a grown man now, but that doesn't mean you always have to stand and endure everything life throws your way. Okay? If it gets too much, it's alright to sit down and let it all out. Whether you're a boy or a grown man doesn't change that. It's okay, Reen.
Aww.
I'm so sorry.
Aww.
I'm so...
I got a bad feeling about this.
Sorry.
Miss Maggie would say my heart.
I promised I'd bring him back. I promised I'd make him graduate with you. But I couldn't do it.
It's okay.
I'm not crying.
You did
You're
everything
crying.
you could. You made sure he knew how we all felt. And you let all of us know how he really felt too. So, don't get so worked up about it. Okay?
Well, that was just a hammer blow to the heart.
I'm sorry. I didn't want anyone to see me like that.
Yep, on the struggle bus. As Maggie says, absolutely. Woo!
Well, I guess we're even then. Not like I jump for joy every time you catch me sleeping.
Have you finished getting everything ready for the next student council now, by the way?
Yep, my days of being president are almost done. The first years taking over are really smart, though. I barely had to teach a thing in the end.
Still, it must have been hard work getting through it all.
Right? That's so true. I can honestly say a few days ago, I would never thought I'd be sitting here feeling what I'm feeling right now. And even at the very beginning when they were saying, you know, the Ashen Chevalier instead of the Azure Chevalier and things like that. Because never in a million years.
You're going on a tour of various NGOs after graduation, right?
Yep. The plan's to take a year to visit NGOs in lots of different fields. Politics, economics, engineering, medicine. After that, I'm not sure what I want to do. I'll probably join either the army or something related to the government, I suppose.
Well, I'm pretty sure they'd both love to have you. There's no chance either one would say no to you. Especially since taking a year off hasn't made them any less determined to recruit you.
Everybody wants Toa.
After all you did with commanding the courageous, it's no wonder you're so in demand.
I don't know. I don't think I did anything special, really. Still, I feel like it'd be best in the long run for me to see the world from a variety of different perspectives. I don't know what path I'll choose, but I want to step onto it with a firm decision on how things should be.
I mean, I think that she did a great job as the captain of the courageous, I'm just saying.
I think that's the best thing I can do for this country's future. Maybe I'm being a little overdramatic there, though.
Not at all. After how much you've done for this academy, I can only imagine how much you could do for this country. Just try not to overwork yourself, okay? We're with you all the way, but we will always worry, you know?
Thanks. Oh, I almost forgot. What was it that made you come here? I mean, I'm happy you did, but...
Oh, I'd completely forgotten too. I just came to ask if there was anything I could do to help tomorrow, seeing as it's another free day.
But you've only just come back. And besides, tomorrow's your...
That's all the more reason I want to spend tomorrow's free day the same way I spent all of the others. It wouldn't feel like our final free day is Class 7 if it were any different.
Well, if you say so. Okay. I do have a few things in mind, so I'll just drop them into your mailbox in the dorm like I always do. And thanks for offering.
Okay. Reen. Hey guys, didn't expect to run into you. Yeah, crazy coincidence, huh? Yeah, that's wild. Are you heading back to the dormitory too? That was the idea. Why don't we all head back together then? My coffee. I need more coffee, but I can't. It's nice seeing the flowers as they start to bloom. Yeah, I know you said earlier they'd be in full bloom in a week, but I'm thinking it'll be closer to the end of the month, personally. Just in time for the welcoming ceremony. The new students will be able to begin their academic lives here surrounded by linna flowers, just as we did. How wonderful. You've all known each other since your first day here, right? That's right. Nobody else started partway through the year like you did. Back then, I never could have imagined we'd get along this well. We got off to kind of a rocky start. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you're telling me. Especially Machias and Eustace. Yeah, they did have a rough start. For what it's worth, I do regret the way I behaved back then. It's not exactly something I'm terribly proud of. Oh, think nothing of it. Immaturity makes fools of even the best of us at times. Thanks, Hold on! What's with that expression? You weren't exactly standing on the moral high ground either. I wouldn't have had as much of a reason to behave the way I did if you hadn't kept looking down your nose at me. Did you not hear me say the best of us? It was hell on all of us at the time, but it's all just a fond memory now. I suppose the same could be said about your and Reen's little incident at the start of the year, couldn't it? Just had to bring that up, didn't you? I should have seen this coming. Whoopsie! Wrong character, but it still fits. Whoopsie! Oh, little incidents are my favorite. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Well, don't you dare. She's the last person who needs to know. Our first day really was full of surprises. Yeah, I can't imagine too many teachers welcome their students by dropping them through a hole in the floor. That's true as well. Hence the whoopsie. You know, that might not be a bad idea in all honesty. Even without having to fight a gargoyle on the way out, that's a pretty memorable start to the school year. That gargoyle proved to be quite the opponent, too. Yep. I'll say. And when we finally managed to pull together and defeat it, she just casually drops in, like nothing happened. It's like she was lying in wait the whole time, watching and waiting for her chance to strike. That's exactly what she was doing. Still, as exhausting and unusual as it was, that was how our class began. I'm pretty sure it's burned into all of our memories at this point. How could it not be? I have no doubt about that. Even so, I'm sure it's one of the memories that I'll cherish decades into the future. Aw, now you've got me all jealous. Now it's my turn to do something crazy and make some super memorable memories too. Super memorable memories. She already did. She's made a few. Don't you dare. Love it. I dread to imagine what she's thinking when she says something crazy. Me too, Eustace. Me too. On a hopefully unrelated note, what are we gonna do for dinner tonight? I'd only planned on getting something over at Kirsch's, but if anyone has any better ideas, I think it may be a good idea to make something for ourselves. If we divide up the work between us, I'm sure our meal will have quite a bit of variety, too. That does sound nice. My cooking skills were in danger of getting rusty, too. No objections here. Well, unless anyone has what they need already, I think it's time to split up. We've probably got a lot to buy, so...
That won't be necessary.
How did I know? I was expecting to hear that voice.
Huh?
Sharon?
What reason could you possibly have for being here?
I knew it. Curtsy. Severing Chains is here.
The chairman gave me her permission to return to my former position as your dormitory's caretaker.
Of course she did.
Which means I am here to serve you all once more.
Yay! Hello, Sharon.
There may only be a short time left until the end of the year, but I'll make sure you want for nothing during it. I've already started preparing your evening meal, so there's no need to go out and buy anything.
Oh, well, how about that?
I'm fine with this.
We will gladly accept your offer.
Sharon's cooking's better than whatever grub we could rustle up together anyway.
How do you manage to get permission from Mother in the first place, though? Weren't you helping to rebuild the Rhineford group? I thought the company was getting so many orders in, it was struggling to keep up. Now that Master Gwyn has returned to the company, everything is back in order.
Oh, he did he?
He and the chairman have been speeding through one task after another since he got back. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
So the former and current chairman make quite a team, I see.
Boy, I'm starving. Wouldn't mind a drink either. With the weather getting warmer, it's just about time for peak beer season.
Of course it is.
Huh? What are you guys all gathered out here for? Oh, why are you here?
To feed you.
It's a pleasure to see you too, Lady Sarah. I brought a bountiful supply of smoked oysters and sardines if you'd like a snack to accompany your beer. Would you like them alongside your dinner?
Damn it. Yes.
I knew that was coming.
I'm surprised she can just walk around in public like this. You know, considering her affiliation.
I'm guessing there's some sort of agreement in place between Rhineford and the government to leave her alone. Though, even if there weren't, I can't imagine anything would be able to stop Sharon from doing what she wants.
Yeah. Very much so. And here we are.
Whew, I think I might have eaten too much. It's been so long since we last had Sharon's cooking. She hasn't lost her touch. None of it feels heavy on my stomach at all. Well, that's all my work done for the day. Maybe I should go see how everyone else is doing.
You can explore Class 7 storms on the night before each free day. Be aware, however, that the story will progress should you return to Reen's room. So the usual. Alright, so this was...
Here's Crow's room. I think I'll stay away from it for now. I feel more like going around and talking to everyone.
I just wanted to see what would happen if he was presented with the opportunity to go to that room. So we've got Machias.
Hey, Machias.
After exploring
Working
everyone
hard or
else's,
hard?
Come back to Crow's room and a scene will trigger. Cool. Because I probably wouldn't have tried it again after that. Hey, Machias, working hard or hard?
I'll stop you right there. Of course I'm hard at work. Just look at the size of this book. If I can't internalize as much of it as possible while I'm here, I'm doomed to failure from the start.
And this is one of your new textbooks? Man, Heimdall's political academies don't mess around, do they? You'll be the youngest person there, right?
Most likely. I'd normally need to have graduated from Thor's with a bit more experience under my belt to have gotten in. There are a few Thor's grads there already, though. They take some every year. And as you might imagine, the recent political upheaval has the place swarming with applicants this year.
Oh, wow.
The entrance exam was hard enough on its own, but that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Can't say I envy you. Still, I know you're going to be just fine. You're so smart that you can handle any subject they throw at you. Growing up with your dad should give you a leg up on the politics, too.
Yeah, no pressure there. Honestly, there are times when I think diving into things head first like this is a giant mistake.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing.
Okay, I have to just pause for a real quick second to say I have not eaten since lunchtime. And when I saw the word mistake, my brain translated it to milkshake. So I think that's my brain going, you should eat something. It's like milkshake. What?
It's just... I know we're probably going to both be really busy with our own lives come spring, but let's make time to have lunch together once in a while or something. Studying is all well and good, but even I need a change of pace every now and again.
I think that can be arranged. The train from here to Heimdall only takes a half hour. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't hang out sometimes.
Then it's a date.
Then it's a date. Alright. So we talked to Machias. Talked to Elliot.
Hey, Elliot. Taking care of your violin?
Yeah, it's taken care of me over the past year, so why not return the favor? I'm actually planning on giving a few of them to the academy before I go. Just to make sure next year's first years have something to practice with.
That's really generous, and sure to make a lot of people happy. And you'll finally be heading off to a music academy, just like you always wanted. I bet they'll push you pretty hard over there, too.
I don't doubt it. I'm going to need to be all music all the time if I want to stand a chance at keeping up.
Wow.
Though, to be honest, after all the time I've spent here, I don't really want my life to be completely about music. I love it, obviously, but to be a balanced person, I want to have a bit more variety in my life, like I had here at the academy.
And yet you're leaving.
For one thing, I don't want to get too rusty with my orbital staff.
Good to hear. I hope everything works out for you.
Thanks. Me too. No, it's nothing. Either way, Heimdall and Trista are really close, so don't be a stranger, okay? I know you're gonna have tons of work to get through between your classes and your missions, but...
Don't worry, I'll make time. I'm sure we'll have plenty of chances to see each other. There's still a ton of Heimdall I haven't seen, too. You'll have to show me around next time I make it over there.
You bet.
Okay. Gaius?
Are you finishing up your painting, Gaius?
Yeah, this is my last one. I want to make sure I'm completely satisfied with it before declaring it finished.
That's understandable. You're going to keep painting once you're back at home, though, right?
Well, I don't know how much time I'll have to set aside for it, but I intend to keep working on it, bit by bit. There's growing reason for concern in Calvert to the east of the Highlands. But all in all, things are more peaceful now than they were. I should be able to focus on painting my magnum opus.
Oh, is it going to be of Nord? If anyone can make a masterpiece of the Highlands, it'd be you.
That wouldn't be such a bad idea. But actually, I was intending to paint a picture of the Academy, its students, and the courageous.
You mean...
Now you're getting it. I want to capture the day we liberated the Academy. And once I've finished it, I fully intend to return to Erebonia with it in hand. What better way to forever memorialize this place as my second homeland?
Man, you really are amazing. Well, if you ever need reference materials, you know who to call. I can get pictures of anything you might need and send them over. I know you're talented, but that's a lot to paint off of just your memory.
I'd appreciate that.
Cool. And Eustace.
Something on your mind, Eustace?
For the first time in a long time, no. I'm just taking a short break. Looking over an endless sea of documents can be rather tiring on the eyes.
Oh, are those the tax reports you mentioned?
Ordinarily, this would be my father's work, but His Majesty has yet to decide his fate. Rufus hasn't so much as glanced in Berea Hard's direction since he took his new job in Crossbell either. As such, the task falls to me.
Man, I knew everyone in our class had it pretty rough right now. You've got it roughest, no contest.
If my ego had its way, I would boast that filling in for my father is a simple and mundane task. But on top of the paperwork, I'll need to manage the provincial army and oversee the province as a whole. Then there's the matter of keeping the most stubborn of the nobility in check. I don't expect the first 6 months to be pleasant.
I can't
The fact that you're
imagine.
already thinking 6 months ahead is pretty impressive as
A
it is.
nude of the Ashen Chevalier. Oh no.
Standing in for Duke Alberea like that must take some real confidence. I know you'll manage, though.
That much is obvious.
He kind of is the Duke Alberea at this point, I think.
What is it?
It's nothing. In
It's
the
always
days
something.
to come, more people will be relying on you than ever before. But no matter who does so or what they ask, do not lose your pride as a noble. Act independently, your head held high. Maintain your pride and your autonomy, and I'm sure you'll be fine.
Thanks. I promise I will.
I'll hold you to that.
Okay. So now we need to go up here. And no one's in that area. This should be Millium. I swear every time I come in here, there's more animals.
What's up, Milliam?
Oh, hey, Reen. It's nothing. I just feel kinda down.
Down?
Yeah. I was just thinking about how everyone was at dinner time. Sharon's food was really nice, and we all seemed like we were having a good time. But I don't know. It was weird, like we were all upset but didn't want to let it show. It's been bugging me.
You could say he has it. Refused. Oh no.
Oh, so that's why. You really have grown so much these past few months. And not just mentally. I think you've gotten a little taller, too.
Maybe. About 2 rage or so? Judging by my specs, I'm not gonna get much taller than this, though. I'm Mini Millium forever and ever.
Mini Millium.
But you never know. Maybe I'll grow up to have boobies so big, I can use them as a shelf like Emma's.
That was hilarious. That was great.
Something wrong?
Nah, not really. So, you've got a new mission starting next month, right?
Yep, I've got to go see how things are over out west. Duke Cayenne's been arrested, but it sounds like things are still pretty nuts over there. Oh, but guess what? I might get to go out to Laburl and Remiferia soon.
I don't think I've ever heard of Remiferia
What
before.
is it with you and blabbing classified information? Well, whatever. Just promise me you'll take care of yourself. And be sure to keep in touch. I'll always be right there when you need me, okay?
Righto, I promise.
Righto.
That goes double for you, mister. If you need me to bust you out of a jam, just say the word.
Just say the word. Alright. This is Sarah's room. Is she in here? Yes, she is. She's looking at a map.
Something on your mind, instructor?
You could say that. I've been mulling over how things are gonna be come next month, but all this soul searching's giving me a headache.
Well, it'll probably feel strange being back with the guild for the first time in 2 years. But I'd bet they'll be glad to have you back. Things are probably going to be rough over there, even with you taking up the bracer life again.
No doubts there. I can already see plenty of traveling abroad in my future after what happened over in Crossbow. And I imagine it'll keep getting harder and harder for us bracers to operate here, too. What's with that sad puppy look? There's no reason for you to feel ashamed of what you've chosen to do. I'm proud to have a student like you who can stand up and make the tough choices life thrusts on us.
Yeah.
Thanks, instructor. I'll try to just grin and bear it for now.
Attaboy. Sticking it out through the hard times with a smile will put you on the fast track to becoming a great man. Just make sure you don't try to shoulder too much. All that'll do is turn you into a jaded grump. Everything in moderation, okay?
Thanks? I haven't joined the intelligence division, and I have no plans to. I'm gonna keep responding to their requests, but only if I'm comfortable doing what they're asking. And I can promise you, I'll never do anything that would put me in conflict with the guild or put innocents' lives at risk. I don't know what the future will bring for me, but that's the creed I want to stand by.
I know. Don't worry. No matter what happens, you'll always be my student. So go out there, live your life, and grow into such a heartthrob that I won't be able to take my eyes off you.
Of course she had to say something like that.
Well, I'll try.
That's our Sarah. Alright, so no one over there. Here's Fee.
Are those seeds you've got there?
Yep, Adel gave them to me. They all came from the plants we grew in the gardening club. I'm just looking at what kinds there are here.
Really? That's really nice of her. It's kind of like you can take everything you've achieved over the past year with you.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to join a club until Adel found me relaxing and invited me. But I guess it wasn't so bad.
Don't you worry. I'll be sure to check on the gardening club every once in a while just to see how things are going. It would be a shame if all the plants you've spent so long looking after were to wither and die.
It doesn't matter. Even if they do, they'll eventually bloom again somewhere else. Kind of like us.
When you put it that way, I suppose you're right. Fee, what's wrong?
I think you could do with some more watering too. Though that probably goes for both of us. I still don't know whether or not I'm doing the right thing, but it doesn't feel right abandoning a member of my family like this. Maybe I should stay with you for at least...
Fee, we talked about this, right? I hate to say it, but going our separate ways is best for the both of us right now. You only get one life, so I want you to make the most of it. Don't hold yourself back for my sake or anyone else's. The same holds true for all of our other classmates, too.
I guess. I want to find out where Zeno and Leah went. The rest of the Corps, too. And I still want to find out what they meant by bring back the boss. No, not want to. Need to.
I don't want you to put yourself in any more danger than you have to. But I know how much your family means to you. So, more than anything else, I want you to do what you feel you need to. Don't worry about me. I'll be right here waiting for you to come back when you're done.
You better. Once I find them all, I'll introduce you. Because of all my new family members, you're the most special to me.
Aww. In the heart.
Yeah,
in a happy way.
That'll go over really well with your family of Jaegers. Well, whatever.
Can you imagine
Bring
that?
it on.
Talk about the shotgun at the door. The Jaeger Corps at the door. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we had another moment with Fee. Now we have our former girlfriend.
Feeling sad about leaving the lacrosse club behind?
Yeah, I was really into it by the end. I think it'll make for some wonderful memories to look back fondly on in the years to come.
I can imagine. Does that mean you're not going to keep up with lacrosse and Ruhr?
I don't think I'll be able to. As far as I'm aware, there aren't any local teams I could join. And even if there were, I doubt I'd have the time for sports. Just thinking about how busy I'll be makes my head spin. No, No, scratch that. Being busy is all the more reason I need to make time for exercise.
Yeah, good luck with that. Helping out with the Rhineford group sounds like a recipe for one all-nighter after another.
Not just yet, actually. I won't be helping until Grandfather shows me the ropes. As I am now, I doubt I'll be able to do much at all in the way of rebuilding the company. But you can bet I'll leave Mother speechless with how much progress I've made in a year's time.
I'm sure you can if you put your mind to it. And I know Sharon will always be willing to help you out if you need her.
She probably would, but then she'd just tell everything she did to Mother.
Elisa?
Oh, don't worry about it. I was just thinking about how blessed I am. I've got a wonderful family, a great club I'm part of, all of you as my classmates.
Oh, right. It took me a long time to realize the same thing, too. We really are one and the same.
Yeah.
Elisa?
It's nothing, honestly. I'm just feeling a bit emotional all of a sudden. I don't know what's gotten into me.
Why?
Nothing's wrong, though. I promise.
I promise.
But...
Still, let's both make the most of our free day tomorrow. It's the last one we'll ever have as a class. The last thing any of us want to do is end it with regrets.
Yeah. Let's make it a day to remember
For both of us. Sorry, I cut that one off accidentally. Alright, 2 more. And then downstairs to check in if Sharon or whatever's downstairs.
Emma? What are you doing?
Oh, hi there, Reen. Well, Dorothy and I decided that we're gonna put together one final collection of stories as a club.
Oh my.
Since then, I've been working on a story for the students who will join the club next year.
Oh, that sounds neat. Wait, if Dorothy's involved...
The content is totally appropriate for children of all ages, I assure you. Admittedly, Dorothy's own story sounds like it'll have a few of her favorite literary elements, but all in moderation, she assured.
That's hilarious.
Not that I'm one to judge. What kind of story are you writing?
It's supposed to be a fairy tale. I can't pretend it's 100% original, though. I borrowed some elements from a story I heard as a child. It's going to star a golden unicorn and a pure-hearted maiden. Or at least, that's the plan.
Sounds interesting. Can I give it a read when you're done? I'll still be here next year, so if I see any first years who seem like they'd enjoy it, I'll recommend it to them.
I have to confess, I'm a little embarrassed to let anyone see it, but the whole point of a story is to be read.
Something wrong?
No, not at all. I'm sure you and Valimar will be just fine without my help now.
Oh my goodness.
Still, if you do need anything, don't hesitate to get in touch.
Okay.
It may take some time to contact me, though. You'll need to use a method that isn't exactly conventional.
Dorothy's hilarious. Yowie.
Yeah, I could have guessed as much.
Little Yowie.
I mean, I theoretically get how to use runes to communicate since you told me, but I have no idea how it actually works.
I'd be shocked if you did. It's pretty far removed from the orbital technology you're used to. It has its benefits, though. For one, you'll be able to reach me no matter where I might be. So don't ever hesitate to drop me a line if you need my assistance. I'd always be happy to hear from you.
All right. I'm sure I'll give you a ring. Or a rune, I guess. I hope you end up being able to find Vita, too.
Thank you.
Okay. We have Laura.
What are you looking at, Laura?
It's you, Reen. I'll show you.
Oh, you and Monica got a picture taken together? You both look so happy in it, too.
That we do. Someone in the photography club kindly offered to take it for us. I thought it would make a fine souvenir of my time at the academy to take away with me.
My mirror's on that being Rex. Oh well, it's a nice photo, and he got permission. For once. I never expected you and Monica would get so close. Between her and Fee, you kind of have a knack for becoming the best of friends with the ones you bump heads with first.
Please don't say that. I'm truly grateful to both of them for broadening my horizons. Meeting them enriched my life in ways I could have never pictured before. Truly, coming to this academy was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
I didn't realize we'd made such a big impact on you.
Well, you did. And don't mind me, I'm just feeling a little emotional. This isn't like me at all now, is it? There's no harm in a few tears, I suppose. This will be my last time I can relax before my training, after all.
Yeah, you're not gonna get much rest in with the training you've got lined up.
Oh my.
I won't be learning the Arcade School's advanced techniques with training any less intense. I have no idea where we'll be conducting said training, but it will no doubt be as perilous as it will be dangerous.
I had to spend a month in the Isengard range as part of mine. I don't think a month's going to cut it with what you're doing, though. It goes way beyond your average techniques.
Indeed. I'm anticipating that it will take at least half a year, if not more. Father's going to be with me. But with things as difficult as they are, part of me feels guilty for taking up his time.
I don't know about that. I think him agreeing to train with you shows how much faith he has in your potential. Besides, in a lot of ways, this might be the best time to do it.
That is very true.
What's wrong?
Nothing at all. Regardless, I'd love to come and visit you should the opportunity present itself. And if it does, I'd like to formally request a duel with you to test how much the two of us have grown.
Of course she would. We knew she would.
Let's not kid ourselves. We both know who's going to win that duel. But your invitation is all the motivation I need to get plenty of training in myself. Can't have you beating me too badly.
I hope you will.
Whoopsie. Alright, so. I've seen everybody up here.
I feel more like talking to everyone right. I can come back.
So I did miss somebody. I didn't go downstairs. It's gotta be Sharon. Maybe Celine? There's an event up there that I missed. There's two down here. Typical cat for you. That's sprawled out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, there you are. You look bored, Celine.
I guess I am. My work's done at this point.
She deserves a good little cat nap.
I feel like I aged a few decades as soon as the war came to an end.
Come on now.
Feels a bit strange to be saying it after the fact, but you fought pretty well over in Crossbell. You've really mastered piloting Valimar.
I'd like to think so anyway. I feel like I could pull off just about anything with him now. And to think, I couldn't do half as much with him when I was first starting out.
You do realize you just admitted you were totally useless, right? I wonder if you're gonna be okay without us, you know? Valimar must have drawn the short straw to end up with a budding awakener like you.
Oh my god.
Thanks for worrying about me all the time, Celine.
Such an encourager, Celine.
What makes you think I was worried about you?
Just about everything. From what I can tell, you've always worried about me. Back in the beginning, when I didn't know anything about piloting, you were always there to guide me through our battles. I doubt I would have ever come this far if you didn't have my back. So, thank you. For all of it.
Why do you always have to be like this?
Grumpy
there are parts
kitty.
of the legends passed down in the clan that not even Emma and I know about. But just bear this one thing in mind. Divine Knights have incredible power, and they can become devils just as easily as they can become gods.
Don't worry, I know. And I won't forget. Anyone in my position needs to know the difference between right and wrong. I'm well aware of that.
That's fine then.
With great responsibility comes great power.
Anyway,
Or
good
great
luck, I
power
guess.
comes great responsibility. I said it backwards.
If you really need it, I can always come and help out.
Okay, so Sharon.
Oh, good evening, Masterine. I thought you had already retired for the evening. How would you like for me to put together some supper?
I appreciate the offer, but I think I've eaten more than I should have as it is. Your cooking really is delicious, Sharon. I was starting to miss it after not having it for so long.
It was my pleasure to cook for all of you again. So seeing all of you happily indulging my handiwork always makes every second of preparation worth it. Is something the matter, Masterine?
Oh, I was just thinking about how you haven't changed a bit. I'm not sure it's my place to ask, but is everything all right over at Ouroboros? I can't help but wonder after how things turned out. Vita seems really shocked.
A little bit.
I'm afraid I
Just a little
haven't a
bit.
clue. No word of what's been happening in the society has reached my ears since then. I have no idea where the second Anguis is now. Nor do I know what happened regarding the Phantasmal Blaze plan after the Chancellor declared he was taking it over. And quite frankly, none of it is my concern. The answers won't change who I am, and it won't suddenly cause me to shift priorities. I am and always will be a proud maid of the Rhineford family. Not because of the freedom we enforcers are granted, but because that is simply who I am. Much like how you being the Ashen Chevalier doesn't change how you are also a proud member of Class 7.
I suppose you're right.
And no matter what happens to you in the future, never lose sight of who you really are. It's almost time for me to return to Ruhr, but should you ever need me again, I will gladly rush to your side.
Aw.
Thank you, Sharon. I'm glad you can stay here for a while longer.
Alright, so there's no one else on this floor. We've talked to everybody that I'm aware of. The arrow's Reen's room, so let's try this one some more. Oh, now it'll let us go in. I was gonna say, to my knowledge, he cleared everything out when he left.
You are all going to be in for some tough times ahead. I can't go any farther now. But you can. So keep going forward.
Crow's final words changed our path forever. No. It's more like they gave us the encouragement we needed to step onto the right one.
Poor Crow. Never thought I'd say
We
that.
only get one life, and we're the only ones who can live it. Thanks, Crow. I might not be leaving the Academy to pursue some noble goal like the others are, but I'll do what I can here. Although, if I have to keep taking time off for trips like that one to Crossbell, I can kiss my attendance goodbye. Well, I can try to make it so I'll never be in danger of repeating a year. Unlike a certain someone.
Okay. So it still has the
I
thing.
think I've spent long enough looking backwards. Although, if anything, I should be getting back to my own room now that I've talked to...
Okay, well, because I had the exclamation point on the door. Sorry, I had to talk to somebody. Alright, so I didn't think I actually got turned around. Yep. Rest. I guess I'll turn the radio on. Oh god, I was just thinking, what if Misty was suddenly on the radio?
In finance, the annexation of Crossbell has seen shares in Erebonian companies increase at an exponential rate across the board. And despite the Rhineford Group announcing sweeping changes to its board members, its strong forecast for the next fiscal year is...
It's time for the start of a brand new program here on Radio Trista, coming at you promptly every Sunday. I call it Abendtime after the word for evening. Might be a little cliched, but sometimes simple is best, right? Clichés are clichés for a reason, after all.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, my name is Misty, and I'll be your host.
I wonder where Vita is now. I get the feeling she actually enjoyed doing Abendtime, but it's not like she could have ever kept going after all this. I wonder who that could be. Hello?
This is you, isn't it, Rean?
Elise?
Yes, it's me. Sorry for calling you like this so late in the evening. I'm not bothering you, am I?
Oh, not at all. I'm just not used to you calling me. She's your sister. Are you calling from school?
Yes, I wasn't going to, but Her Highness insisted. It'll take some getting used to, but it's nice to be able to hear your voice even when you're so far away.
I was pretty surprised when I heard your voice, too. You weren't really one for phone calls back at home, either.
I didn't have any specific reason for calling. It was just that the letter you sent about your return from Crossbell arrived today.
Oh, that was fast. I only sent it a couple days ago. I'm sorry it even had to be a letter. I really was planning to go pay you a visit, but it didn't work out.
Oh, please don't apologize. I know how busy you must be now. Believe me, I was just happy to hear you were back safe and sound. Your trip must have been exhausting. By the sound of things, you did an excellent job, too. I'm so proud of you, Rean.
Thanks. I didn't do all that much, though, really. Half of what the Imperial Chronicle is reporting is massively overblown.
If you say so.
Is something wrong?
No, not at all. Regardless, now that I've heard your voice, I feel a lot better. So I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your night now.
Right. Night, Elise. I'll come and see you as soon as I can, okay?
Oh, there's no need for that. Good night, Rean. Sweet dreams.
She seemed somehow odd. Well, she's probably just nervous talking on the phone. It was kinda awkward for me when I started using one, too. Tomorrow's going to be my final free day of the year. I guess I should do all my prep work for next week today, so I can make the most of it. Okay. Alright, so we've got this little video intro to the next day. Boys look like they're having an animated discussion there in the middle of the street. And I know, Kate, if you're still here, you were anxiously awaiting something. Are you still here? Let me look in my... Yes, Kate is still here. Is what you're waiting for soon? Okay. Would it be upsetting if I waited to do that tomorrow? Because I'm thinking you said I had about 4 hours left, and I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. And at the rate I go, I'm thinking I probably have another 2 hours at minimum left after this. Would that be accurate to say I probably have 2 hours left? Ish. Okay, before I get to the dungeon. Okay, so that sounds good. So we'll read the tasks and then I'll wrap up and then I'll pick up maybe tomorrow then. Because I don't want to get too far into things because it's been 2.5 hours. So I'll do that and we'll go from there. So we have 2 required tasks and 2 not required tasks, and I always do all of them. So we have the race to end all races. Oh dear God. Okay, this is motorcycle racing. You've been getting pretty good at riding my old bike, good enough to pique my curiosity. I want to settle once and for all which of one is the better rider. There's only one way to do that. If you're up to the challenge, come find me in the engineering building. Angelica. Okay, that I like. Class warfare. Ladies and gentlemen of Class 7, it's time to finally settle which of our classes is superior. Come to the Academy field, fully equipped and prepared for defeat. Patty cakes. Catastrophe. Pick a P thing. P word. Junk wanted. A bunch of students are helping us put on a flea market, but we haven't got as much to sell at our stalls we'd like. Mind remedying that? Stop by my store and I'll give you the particulars. Please and thank you, Brandon. Let's talk Trista. I plan on starting a brand new show here at Radio Trista, but I'm going to need your help to get the first broadcast just right. If you've got time to make radio history, meet me at Trista Radio Station. Michael. And angler management. My brother and I are having a fishing battle, but I'm going to need your help to actually make it happen. So if you get the time, we'll be at the fishing spot in Trista. I assume that's Kenneth's fishing spot in Trista, because there's 2. Okay, so those sound like those are things that we should have fun with. There's one from the radio station, a request for help with the flea market. These all seem worth doing, and pretty fitting for the last free day of the year, too. It's only about 9 in the morning, so I've got plenty of time to work through everything. Let's get to work. About reporting quests. To report quests, speak to Toa in the Student Union building directly. By selecting report progress, you can receive rewards for any quests completed. Okay, so as always, here's Reen, or if I was running around as somebody else. Actually, let's do the important part first. Put it on both save files. So we're there. Okay, so again, as I was talking to my friend Kate, I've been streaming for about a little over 2.5 hours, and it sounds like we're going to get into this series of quests and things like that. So it sounds like a good breaking point in the stream here. So I will pick up probably tomorrow, maybe the day after. I'll have to look and see. I'll put it up on my schedule when I decide what day I'm going to do. I'm probably going to do it tomorrow. I'll put it on the schedule for sure. So thank you for those of you for being here tonight. Kate, thank you for being here as always, for moderating with Steve, you too, and for the raid, for bringing your friends along. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad to have everybody that was here earlier here. That was fun. And of course your ever helpful advice as we're going through these things, because it's helpful for me in so many different ways. So I appreciate you. Yeah, as always, I have that goal for followers. I hit my initial goal of 100 and we reset it. I figured why not go for the next big number. We'll try to go for 200. It's probably going to take a while to get there. But we're gonna go for it. How do I get there? I get there by everyone who watches the stream, whether they watch it live or watch it back on the VOD. by clicking that cute little heart button that is completely free to hit, and that will help me one little heart at a time to get that purple bar filled back up and get to 200. So if you can do that, I would be ever so grateful. Steve put the links in. We have the Discord, also free. The YouTube, also free. The YouTube page, especially if you go there, it's very important. If you can subscribe there, I have the same goal there as I have here, except instead of follows,
Right.
they call it subscribe, as you probably know. And I am trying to reach 100 there. I think we hit 53 there today. And I would love to see that number hit the triple digits. So if you go there, you know the old saying, like, comment, subscribe. That helps with that channel as well. And again, totally free. Lots of content that is not streamed anywhere. Different games, Phasmophobia, Among Us, Jackbox games, and more. Only available on the YouTube channel. So, you know, please check that out if you can. And yes, there's lots of awesome games to follow there. And my friend Kate, if you've been in the stream, if you've been watching the stream, I've been meaning to say it, and then I always thank her for everything she does and for moderating with Steve and all of that stuff. But one thing I forget to tell you is she is auto-hosted on my channel and on my YouTube. She is listed. So if you are interested in seeing her play Trails, because she is, I don't get to see Kate actually play Trails because it would spoil the game for me. So I'm so excited to one day actually be able to watch her play, because her breadth of knowledge of this game is amazing. So if you are a fan of this game and you want to see somebody who is very knowledgeable about this game, she is auto-hosted on my channel. She's linked on my Twitch channel. She's also linked on my YouTube channel, and she's on my Discord as well as one of my moderators. She is amazing. She also plays Dead by Daylight, and I don't know a whole lot about that game, but I have a lot of fun when I do get to watch her play it. So it is just, it's scary, and I play Phasmophobia, and I find that game scary. So if you want to find and watch somebody who really knows a lot about what they're doing in this game, Kate is a great person to watch. So I highly recommend her to watch in her streams. So shout out to my good friend there. Okay, so I thanked my moderators. I've put all the information I could think to put out there for the day. And you're blushing so much. You are amazing. And if you were streaming right now, I'd have to remember to rage back, but you're not streaming right now. So I will try to remember to do that, because I always forget I can do that. So I will try to remember to do that in the future. If you are going on, you might have to whisper to me going, hey, I'm going to go live, because I might forget. Anyway, that's all for tonight, guys. I will see you next time. Have a great night.
Right.
And she's going to be on in a few minutes, but I don't think I can raid you now because you're going to be on in a few minutes. I'd have to stay on, right? So, anyway, Kate's going to be on in a few minutes. So, if you want to see an awesome stream, feel free to check her out in the next little bit. So, have a good night, guys. Awesome. So, she is linked. You can see her in the chat, and you can see her. She will be auto-hosted on my channel. You can click on her there, or you can go straight to her channel from the clicking on her in the chat. All right, guys. Have a good night. Bye. Have fun, Kate. Bye, Steve.